It's a Christmas plant. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's typically sold at Christmas because of the red leaves that it gets. I'm not sure if it's actually an outdoor plant or an indoor plant, but it seems to be doing very well indoors. I've had a lot of plants on this windowsill here, and a lot of them have died. But this plant, it seems to be, growing quite well. But one of the things I've noticed is that with plants in general, you do notice some of them find it a struggle to be alive. In fact, whenever I've had a plant indoors and it's struggling, I've moved it outdoors because the sun and the wind and all the insects that come along, they often help to make it stronger than it was inside. So even little things falling onto the top of the soil, I've seen worms come out of the soil to feast on whatever's on top. So it's not just providing food for whatever's in the dirt, but it is also providing the plant nutrients. So you do notice with plants, they do better generally outside, especially when they're in the right conditions and stuff. Not all my plants have done well. Some have died off. But the ones that have done well have picked up outside. So I've got most of my plants outside because inside they couldn't grow very big and they kept on dying after they shot up out of the soil. They continued to die, and I think it was just a lack of sunshine and air and stuff. So because outside, they're doing so much better. So if I had grown all my plants outside from the beginning, they probably all would have survived. So but saying that, this is an indoor plant, so plants, I do notice they pick up, even if you've got them outside and they're doing really well, they pick up greatly if you give the plants a little bit of fertilizer feed. Now, I hate fertilizer. I hated liquid fertilizer because who I live with, when they make it and I put it on the plants end up dying or something, so it doesn't pick them up at all. But I did buy this orchid fertilizer liquid, and you just pour it right onto the soil. It costs around $12, and if you use something like that, it really does pick up the plants. So I'm going to be getting the liquid fertilizer that's for flowers as well, so that I can, you pour it every 2 weeks. It probably lasts you around 3, maybe 4 months. It costs $12, and you pour it every 2 weeks, like a little half cap or a full cap. But you probably, if you don't use fertilizer like me, I mean, I've only used light and water. But if you do want to use it, it's I find the one where you buy it from Bunnings, and it's around $12, and you just pour it straight onto the soil, no mixing with water. I find that one is really, really good. So I'm probably going to end up buying the other $12 one for flowers, because I feel a little strange putting the one for orchids into plant pots, because it probably has, a little bit too much potassium or something in that orchid mix or whatever. But it still does pick up your plants. I mean, I don't have to buy the flower-based ones, but I thought I might just so that I have both of them available, so I can use it for plants and orchids, not just use the orchid mix on all plants. But so I was considering doing that, so that all my plants, indoors and outdoors, can be fertilized every couple of weeks. You don't have to use very much, even just like a tiny little quarter cap, is enough to pick them up. So it just feeds the plant nutrients, and you notice like that their leaves do pick up and they look a lot better. So but yeah, but this plant's doing quite well just on water. It's lost a few leaves, but it's grown like quite a bit since last Christmas. It didn't have all the green leaves are the young leaves, that they're the new leaves. It only had the red leaves at Christmas, so it's sort of growing out and up quite a bit, and I really like it actually. I think it's a very attractive plant, but if I don't move within this state to another place, I will have to leave all these lovely plants here and hope that they do okay under someone else's care. I don't want to do that because I like to look after plants and keep them, but yeah, but I don't know. Just have to wait and see about all this stuff.